Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about why you should not be trying to get rid of your midsection weight and that stubborn weight that just wants to cling to your body. And we're going to be talking about the words, and we're going to be talking about the mindset, and we're going to be talking about how to reach your health goals and be as wonderful and as beautiful as you want to be from the inside out. Hi, my name is Nurse Annie, and here on Everyday Nurse, I like to inspire you to get better every day, but with small steps, sustainable steps to wellness. That's what we're striving for. And on today's episode, we are talking about that weight that has become a weight on your mind and on your daily life. You feel it in your spirit and it weighs you down, and that's what we want to address today. Belly fat for most of you, and for some of you it's the generalized weight. But why do we keep talking about wanting to get rid of the weight? One of the most important things on my journey in weight loss has been mindset. Why are we so negative on our bodies? When we view our midsections, especially as moms, you're looking in the mirror. Let me tell you my experience. Whenever I'm pregnant, my bellies get so big. They're so huge. Most people think I have twins and they come and ask me, do you have twins? Or I'll be like 5 or 6 months pregnant and people ask me if I'm about to give birth, right? Because my bellies are so huge. But let me tell you what this mama has been doing and has done in the past. When I give birth, it maybe is a week at most before I'm in the mirror checking my belly, squeezing here and trying to suck it in and trying to reclaim this post-baby body. Not actually physically doing anything to reclaim it, but the mindset. I'm already in the future, but lamenting the now. And I've put this negative label on the beautiful process that has happened to my body called pregnancy, and has given me such a beautiful gift called my baby. And I'm a mother of 5. So this has happened to me at least 5 times. However, this last time I was able to change my mindset around the weight that I carried after having a baby. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. It's the mindset. There is a difference between trying to get rid of this belly and get rid of this weight and wearing that mindset in your day-to-day life and having that affect how you relate to people. If you have a spouse, how you relate to that person. If you have children, the words you're saying about your body in front of them. Everything in life is framed by words. Words are the most powerful things. After all, words have created what we see and know. And so we have to be very mindful about the way we speak to ourselves, about the intentions that we have, and set forth positive intentions. I would like to feel healthier. I would like to be able to keep up with my job. I would love to be able to go running and frolicking in the wind, and maybe some pounds are keeping me from that. I would love to put on this dress and feel my best in it. Whatever your goal is, whatever your desire is, try and reframe it to make it a positive desire. So that's what I had to learn when I was in my journey, to say, you know what? This idea that I should lose all this weight because the weight is the problem and it is ruining my perception of self. That's not true. It's me who is putting this negative perception on myself. And society has, of course, done its share, but we can fight back with positive thoughts. So how about this? I started going in front of the mirror, touching my belly, my body, wherever the problem parts that I used to feel were problems, and saying, I'm so thankful for my body. I thank God for my belly. Look at the beautiful children that it has birthed. 5 times my body has gone through this incredible process, and it has changed and given itself up to accommodate a human being. That's a beautiful thing. Here is an exercise that I did that I would like to share with you. Daily having a gratitude journal and just writing down things that you're thankful about your body for. And it's really great when you start with those touchy points, if it's your feet and you don't like your feet for whatever reason, even though they carry you around all day. And you can say, you know what, I'm thankful for my feet because they carry me around all day. I'm thankful for my toes because I can wiggle them. I'm thankful for my legs. I'm thankful for my midsection. I'm thankful for my neck. If it's soft and it has changed, as women, we face a very brutal change when we become mothers, especially through birth. And sometimes we don't even have to go through motherhood. As we age, our bodies become different. But different is not bad. I don't have to look the way I did at 18. And if I do, there's nothing wrong with that either. Okay? I've had an opposite struggle most of my life until I think my third child, where I always struggled trying to gain weight. And people would never understand this because I was just this 92, 93 pound, 5'1". I'm still 5'1" on a good day, person. And I would just struggle to gain pounds, and I wanted to have more curves, and I wanted to be more full in my clothes. I did not want to struggle finding the 00 clothes. I didn't think it was nice. Yet I had people around me say, oh my, you can eat everything you want and look at your body, it doesn't change. That's the human condition. They wanted what I had. I wanted what they had. But how beautiful could it be if we can become content in the moment, if we can become thankful for life? Yes, I may be out of shape today, but if I can set a positive motive, I want to feel more energy. And right now, with the weight I carry, I don't feel as lively, and I want to be able to run with my children. Whatever it is, try and reframe your mind to put a positive framework of words so that as you move forward, you're moving towards something good. That will really change your motivation. You'll find that it'll be easier to reach for that goal and to take the steps towards that goal, because as humans, we love to go towards good things. So just put your mind frame and say, I want something good, not I don't want something bad, but I want something good. And try that. Try that in this season. Try that with your body. And when it comes to the actual steps you can take in order to get to those positive goals that you set for your body and for your health, remember, it's the small steps. You may want to start with 30 seconds of exercise a day. Why? Because it is so doable, and you will not have a hard time saying yes to that. I'm going to exercise for 30 seconds today. And you set your timer. It's an easy yes. And tomorrow you can add another second. And the next day, literally, I mean, we have timers on our phone, and you can add another second until you're at the 1 minute mark. And you just keep adding one more. Some of the weight that we struggle with so much is actually linked to hormonal imbalance. And that was the case for me. Some of my midsection weight, no matter how well I ate or how much I walked or tried to engage in exercise, it was still there. And sometimes you have to fix the problem from the inside out. When it comes to weight, whether it's your overall weight or midsection, you may need a hormonal reset. A hormonal reset can be done naturally, and it involves just small changes that you can implement daily into your life, whether it be time spent outside, or your diet, or your mindset and your habits that are affecting your hormones negatively. So when you decide that you are going to positively frame your goals and start moving forward, don't be surprised if you find that the journey requires you to check on the internal situation in your body. And sometimes you will find that once you address those issues, once you address the imbalances in your system, your weight loss journey and your mood and your hair and your skin and all those other things, the fatigue and everything else, will just start to dissipate. It'll go away because you actually addressed the core issue. So, once again, just remember, set your mind to positive goals. Try and start speaking kindly to yourself. Sometimes you're not doing things that you feel better to do, but beating yourself up about it isn't helping you so far. How about you start speaking to yourself like you speak to your children, or your sister whom you love, or your best friend? When she's down, what do you say to her? How do you treat her? Of course, it's encouraging. And so be more encouraging to yourself. Let's stop looking down upon these incredible machines and just beating ourselves up with these heavy, negative words that are not giving us life and are not improving our situation. Well, that's it for today. I would really appreciate if you could share it with a friend that you know might really benefit from it, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to join my community where I share information like this regularly. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.